Okay. Shall we start?
Well, we can just do random casual starting like here. Hey, this is Jeroz.
Hey, Stooge.
Hi, I'm Watari, and this is Jackass.
Yeah.
As far as intros go, I don't want to say that was the shittiest intro we've ever done. But it's up there, you know.
Yeah. Oh well.
You feeling me?
Yeah, dude.
Anyway,
I feel like when we're on
so
Discord, it's a lot more
what's the plot? Okay,
casual.
yeah. Oh well, yeah. That's probably how it is. That's probably why Limiel doesn't even come around anymore.
Speaking of which, does any of you have you know how Discord recently got updates where 5% of the people can do video call now? Any of you got that? I don't. So
5%?
No, I don't think
have
so.
that.
Yeah, that's probably their premium dudes.
Yeah.
really? Yeah, probably.
Like Discord Turbo or whatever the fuck that is.
Nitro, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it would make things easier because on Discord, I feel like we just don't have like those visual cues to know who is talking, so we tend to run over each other at the moment. Yeah, it is kind of hard.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Twitch also got like a TV app now which enables video calling. So it's like, what the fuck? Well, not TV
What?
app, desktop app. Yeah,
Huh.
but you have to use your Twitch accounts, obviously. So it's like, what?
Well,
Okay.
obviously.
I just find it hilarious how like now Discord and now Twitch. Sure, rest in peace, Skype.
Eh. Hang on. Just like since we don't have any set topics anyway, I want to bring this up because I don't know where else to. But like when YouTube was being at its shittiest, in fact, it's still pretty shitty. People were like, "Oh, let's all migrate to Twitch," but none of that shit's really happened. Or at the very least, they're still sort of like parallel to one another. Do you think Twitch is ever going to replace YouTube at all?
Probably not, because YouTube still stands as like the go-to watch videos place.
Yeah.
Like when you think I want to watch a video, you just go on YouTube.
Yeah, look. Here's the thing. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I mean, there's still a lot of content creators that are getting attention, so I guess it's a bit of a 50-50 split. But at the same time, you hear all this shit, especially from more niche sort of content creators, like the people making the video shit posts and stuff like that.
That's true.
Like, I don't know.
Quick question: are you able to upload video to Twitch, or do you have to like play it and then throw like the streaming software like OBS and then to Twitch, or can you just do it directly?
As far as I know right now, the only videos that they like have on Twitch are they actually hold on Twitch are clips from streams. Like
Yeah, the VODs.
you can have a clip and exactly, that's it. So yeah, I don't think Twitch has. I mean, this is just surface level from someone who's barely within any of these communities. But I don't think Twitch particularly cares about stealing YouTube's market.
Yeah, they're different things. Like YouTube tried to do a streaming before, it was like nah.
Yeah. No, yeah,
They
exactly.
still do YouTube streaming.
Like when YouTube tries to stream, like it's like, oh, whatever. It's just fucking Twitch is better. And if Twitch tries to put on the clips, it's just like, oh, these are just clips from streams. Like, there's nothing really of value there. So, I guess it'll just continue being concurrent. But YouTube will have to do something exponentially shitty to drive people off. But I still think, even then, I doubt anything's going to truly stop them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
nothing we can do here. But anyway, like YouTube has many shitty things, but yeah, so far it's still very like the most stable thing. Internet thing is so anyway.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. It seems a real shame that it used to be that it was literally like what it was. Like people just posted whatever videos they wanted, and I
Now
don't
they
know.
need money to keep
But
the
now,
servers up.
yeah,
But yeah,
it's all a money game anyway.
yeah. The,
Like
I don't know, like the money thing is like kind of the thing that the consumer doesn't really consider when we talk about like streaming services and such. Really,
yeah.
like I can segue listen to like the Netflix thing recently.
Yeah. I mean, Twitch doesn't really do like the monetizing through ads thing in comparison to YouTube, does it?
I have seen ads on Twitch, but it's definitely nowhere near as prevalent as YouTube.
Yeah.
I have my ad blocks out all the time,
That's
so I
for
just like,
sure.
what ad?
Yeah, I mean, so
but
do I.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you disable ads, if you disable ads on YouTube, for example, that's potentially money that you're taking away from a particular content creator, because that's how the monetization works.
Yeah. Oh well.
That's true, yeah.
So,
It depends on the creator. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like a lot of people I know,
But,
because I've watched, if you get in the YouTube drama whole side of things, there's a lot of people who just make the video 10 minutes long for the sake of putting 5 mid-roll ads in it for the money.
yeah, makes sense. But yeah, no, just to connect this back into the podcast and into anime in general. Like what is it? Jeroz, I'm pretty sure all the Tawawa episodes that you tried to upload
Yeah, basically.
have all been blocked.
I think so, yeah.
Every single one.
Yes.
The blue filter ones, the ones that we tried like frame in frame, every
Yes.
single one.
Somehow. Probably someone reported, but I don't know. There are other people who ripped off our like subs and it's like, oh, it's still up there. What the hell?
Yeah,
Or because I was the biggest for uploading first.
Yeah, I don't like that's the one thing I don't understand. Like, either content claim everything or don't. It's weird.
Yeah.
Because like all these other fucking channels that basically just have rips of the episodes and clips outright without any alterations done to them whatsoever, just stay out for some goddamn reason.
Yeah, like before earlier, like a couple of like I made my medley before and you like put it into YouTube, put it on public, and it's immediately banned. Like I like all the songs are basically like 10 to 15 seconds, sometimes 20 seconds. So yeah. And the bots basically say, okay, this macro song is 30 seconds. I was like, what? Why is it 30 seconds? And the starts is the same. It starts at where the song started. But then like the next 20 seconds basically from Great Days, you know, the JoJo ending. And still think it's part of the macro song. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Great Days is a macro song.
You should be. I mean, you should be proud. That means the bot, like the transition was so smooth that it couldn't even tell.
Oh
That's
gosh.
true. Smoother than the... No, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, like I look up other stuff, like I just look at 2016 medley on YouTube, and there's one person, like one other video, just like putting on the actual video of the opening, and horrible transitions again. I feel like I'm like other than the Nico people, the ones like basically all the other medley that you see on YouTube and such are like anime medley are so shit. Oh my god.
Well, we can cry till the
Yeah.
cows come home about how the content creation, as far as anime people goes, still lags vastly behind that of Nico Nico. But then then we become the fucking elitists, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, there's one YouTube like anime YouTuber who put out a video saying that all the streaming servers are shit. Go watch on Pirates or something like that. I actually didn't watch the video, but I'm just reading through the discussions, and there's one major discussion thread on Reddit about like the whole like, are we actually supporting the industry by doing the whole Crunchyroll, actually paying for Crunchyroll and stuff like that? There's a big discussion on Reddit at the moment.
Well, that's good. That's the sort of discussion that you should
then
be
also-
having. What are you really?
Yeah, and then
impacting?
like half of them just saying, "Oh fuck it, I'm just gonna pirate everything." It's like, what? Wait, what? He's like, they're saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna pay for Crunchyroll for like because I'm paying the middleman. I'm gonna support directly." It's like, do you not know how the financial thing works? Do you seriously think that you got enough money to pay for those things more than what Crunchyroll can pay those studios?
Yeah. That's a good point. But I mean, look, a lot of these. Let's go with the first things first. When you make a show, there's already a budget. There's already money. And like as with anything, it comes down to how much is sales that they manage to make.
I mean, just look at Bahamut's, like, basically there's MAPPA, the studio, and then in the sponsor, like, well, the investor, the production committee, there's just one thing, side game. Just that. One single logo in the sponsor page, side game. It's like, holy shit. Like, when you look at other series, they're usually like, what, Lantis, Flying Dog, even sometimes Bushi Road. You just see, like, this type of stuff. And in Bahamut, just side game. It's like, holy shit, they don't care, like, if...
Because side games is the fucking powerhouse of mobile game right
I just find it funny how, like, they just don't care about other like, stuff. It's just like, we make our own stuff. We just want to make it. I don't care if it doesn't sell. Like, more people are coming into Shadowverse because of this anime, probably.
Yeah, you see, but that's exactly what sets the side games apart from the competition. Do you think any other of these fucking companies have a deal with Juventus? I don't think so.
Good point.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it that way.
But yeah, like, usually how that goes is that, I don't think if you want to pay MAPPA because you love Bahamut, like, it doesn't really matter that much because I can just go, oh, I got money. Fuck it. I want to put much money I want to put into, like, MAPPA to make this project. And so, bam, there we go.
There it is. Wait, you said before so people wanted to support the thing
the studio directly. Remember how before... Yeah.
What did they...
You first.
Yeah. No, I was... So what did they mean by that?
I don't know, Patreon.
I think there's also a thing that needs to be dispelled about Kickstarters as well, huh?
There are lots of Kickstarter series that fail to meet their targets. Holy shit!
Well, but there's a good reason for it because with productions like that on a scale as big as that, you can't rely purely on crowdfunding to get into it. Crowdfunding should be used to pay for, like, additional stuff. Like, oh yeah, we can push out much more merch. Or we can make sure that it gets translated and released everywhere if we hit this target. And I don't know, I feel like shit like that would be far more beneficial because now you have hype from the Kickstarter and you have an actual product that you can push out using this extra money you've got from the internet.
Yeah, remember the whole, like, UFO Table Cafe thingy? Remember?
Yeah.
Basically, I feel like if any studio want to do the whole Patreon thing, it's gonna be like that as an aside. Like how like Kill Any has their own novel publishing stuff. UFO Table has their cafe, and what is it? Gainax have their tomato farm.
Oh, geez.
Which apparently they no longer have at the moment. So.
Yeah. Oh, geez. I mean, I'm thinking about Patreon again now. So, again, you need the money up front for animation. Patreon pays and it does its whole transactional thing at the release of every new thing, or like monthly. So,
I don't think that you're like, if you go Patreon, you are not gonna get the episode for free. No,
absolutely not.
So it's so the thing is,
look,
there's
as always,
yeah.
Just to get through this once and for all again. All you could really do is support the official release.
Yeah, or just like make them really popular, really. Like
Yeah, yes.
because if you think about like, okay, Konosuba is a weird case because like if you never watch the first episode, you just see like the whole concept art and stuff like that. It's like, what's this shit light novel thingy? I'm not gonna pay money for it.
Yeah.
Like this is the type of like investment like risk that people like those people have to go through. Just okay, this might work, this might not, but I'm just gonna put money into it anyway. So
yeah.
And then you have smartphone anime, which is like Konosuba, but not.
Like Konosuba, but it doesn't have the comedy factor, and therefore it doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was we talking about? Yeah. I don't know. Like, anime industry is on a very shaky basis in terms of like the whole infrastructure of things. It's a very big surprise that it's still like lasting this long. Really.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, this type of like industry doesn't really work in the Western. I don't think this type of stuff work in the Western like TV stuff. Then again, I haven't really delved into how that works over there either.
Oh yeah. I mean, Western animation is, I think, the same, but maybe the work ethic is different, and their opinion on outsourcing things is a little different as well.
Yeah,
maybe.
like didn't like Adventure Time like takes how 1 million per episode, something like that, and then it works so like they push out everything afterwards, basically.
I guess. Is that how it is? Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they finish all the episodes first before putting it out, which is why like the whole like Netflix thing it works on like Western animation, but not in Japan animation.
Yeah. Do you think Japan, would things change for the better, air quotation marks, if they opted for a more Western model of trying to animate things instead?
I think the closest any studio has that level of stability is Kill Any.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, otherwise though, they are every other studio are kind of like on desperate measures, really, trying to figure out where the next project is, try to get as everything much done as possible, try to get more cases. It's like the licensing company, basically, like game making licensed games, keep on getting licensed games and still can't have enough money to make their own game, the type of stuff.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, that's geez. It is a bit of a mess at the moment, huh?
And I don't really see a reason to change it unless there's one big investor willing to spend millions and millions into one studio to make sure it stabilizes. Otherwise, though, everyone's just gonna play catch up all the time. That's my feel.
Yeah, I mean, people are always gonna watch cartoons and buy Blu-rays and yeah, I don't. Well, I suppose the only way to see what happens is to see what happens, huh?
Yeah, basically, I think the best way at the moment just to supporting the show, really, like making the other investor, making other company like Bushiroad, like even Crunchyroll, Netflix, to make them feel like this is a market that's worth investing in. By just make sure they have all the collateral stuff. Otherwise, though, like without those people going in, like I don't think it's gonna make that much. Like there won't be any money going to the industry.
That's true. I mean, we talk a lot of stuff about Crunchyroll, but honestly, as far everything else considered, places like Crunchyroll, like Anime Lab, they definitely have a place, especially to allow for there being a proper avenue for Westerners to access
and then
Japanimation.
Yeah. And then the whole bidding war in China as well, like whole streaming servers as well. So
bidding war?
Well, not exactly bidding war, but basically like they are still getting the whole license thingy, like in China, different servers as well. Because there's China, there's Taiwan, I'm not too sure about Hong Kong, but Southeast Asia, like they basically Chinese is a common language between those regions, but they don't really share those regions. Like
no,
you can still watch it, but so it's like the streaming servers in Taiwan have those shows, and streaming servers in China have those shows, and it's just like, if you think about it, it's basically like double dipping for those studios.
Yeah, well, yeah, having grown up in the Southeast Asian area in particular, I know like this Animax.
Yeah, it's in China, it's in Taiwan as well.
Yeah. But I know that the Southeast Asian Animax is very more oriented towards Singapore and Malaysia in particular, and Philippines as well, to a degree. So a lot of the stuff is, well, yeah, English sub, and yeah, it's a different, it's a very different world over there as well.
Okay. Okay. Stooge, you got anything else to add?
Huh? What? No, not really.
Oh, I'm still playing Toho at the moment.
No, I'm just catching up on some Z's. Actually, I'm really tired. Ugh! What were we talking about?
Should we
Still on
have
mid-roll ads
even
on
done
YouTube,
this
or-
podcast?
Did you seriously fall asleep during the podcast?
Oh, I may have blinked out.
Oh, goddamn,
What?
I go sleep. Anyway,
Sorry.
okay, so
What's
moving
going on?
on, I think another thing we can talk about is that CS92 is happening right now in the times of recording. So,
Oh yeah, Comic Cat. Yeah.
yes, Comic-Con 92.
Oh yeah. Summer Comic Con.
Remember how before we said something about supporting the industry, buying the stuff that's happening? Like, in Comic-Con, there's, I think day one, there's usually the official booth where, like, you know how Comic-Con is usually known for their old doujins, like the whole indie publishing stuff, right? On day one, there was usually the industry booth where, like, several studios, publishers, or even game studios at that, like Key, basically going, like, set up booth in Comic-Con, because, like, Comic-Con has massive markets, really. Like, a lot of people go there because it's, if I remember correctly, it was free entry. So people just there, like,
it should be
thousands of people, which creates a massive fire hazard, but nobody cared. Yeah. So on day one, basically, they have all those official merchandises that have been sold there, and usually they run out pretty quickly. And sometimes they play the newest, like, trailers over there as well during the Comic-Con. Like, it's not big events for the people in the West because, one, they can't really go. Second, the other stuff usually, they can't really buy the merchandise. They don't usually buy the merchandise anyway. And three, those new trailers usually get uploaded, like, later on after a few days. So people don't usually care about what happened during Comic-Con. But in some way, like, how those things, like, put it simply, Comic-Con is a place where people sell unlicensed, copyrighted fan materials for money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? If you truly compare the Comic-Con to any other sort of Comic-Con, and then you're in for an absolutely different thing. Because, like, comic conventions in particular, at least in the West, have always been a method for the creators to get in touch with their fans. So yeah, Marvel, DC, everyone's over there. Like, so there's merch, there's panels.
Speaking of
just
which,
stuff like that, allowing for interactivity. Yes.
Speaking of which, did you watch the Avengers League trailer from Comic-Con?
No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Back to your point.
Yeah. But so compare that to Comic-Con, which is as far as I know, like, even with all the official stuff that goes on, which I'm pretty sure is a bit more recent, it has almost always been this the biggest underground fan thing that they've got going on, because that's literally what it all comes down to, is the fan creation. So people, like, making the music, making comics, making games, and it has very little to do with, like, getting in touch with the creators. And I don't know if it's a cultural difference thing or yeah.
Here's one
This is
quick
interesting
question. How big do you think the following for Conqueror would be if there's no doujin for it?
Oh shit. Minuscule.
Quick questions, dude. How did you get into Toho
Yes.
in the first place?
How did I get into Toho in the first place?
That's a good question.
It is
I want to
indeed.
know too.
Fucking, I've got no clue. I'm
Hang
pretty
on.
sure.
Here, let me give you an example of my story, so you can base it off that.
Okay.
The first time around, I think I saw a parody of Marissa Stole the Precious Thing I'm pretty sure it was AMV Hell 3. It's a Pokemon parody of Marissa Stole the Precious Thing. And then I went to the original song and I'm like, yo, this is a pretty catchy tune. Who are these characters? Alice, Marissa? And the rest is, so they say, history.
Fair enough. I guess in my case, it would have been when I played OS. and
Yes, alright.
and then, OS has songs, some of them from Toho.
Yeah.
Oh, what's Toho? Download Perfect Cherry Blossom. Holy fuck, this is hard. I was like, no, I can't leave before I beat it. So,
You're one of those guys.
yeah, I guess I'm that.
I was no. It's because the games themselves are different for everyone. Because I know, like, I tried the game and I'm like, this is fucking bullshit, and I'm not into this anymore. And literally, but I try every game, and like every single time it's the same thing. And I'm like, oh fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. But I stay because there's other stuff I like, which is the music, which is the doujin stuff, the fan art, fan comics. There's lots of more interesting shit compared to these bullshit ass bullet hell games with fantastic music.
Yeah, a big part of why I kept playing is just because of the music as well.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I have to listen to this. And obviously Toho 16 came out, I was like, the first thing I thought was, holy shit, the soundtrack better be good.
It usually is.
Yeah, it's, I wouldn't say it's as good as some of the other games, but, I guess I'll have to grow into it or something. Who knows?
Yeah, I haven't really... I don't know if there's any particular 10 Desires songs, for example, which I can really sink my teeth into. I mean,
Yeah,
Rigid Paradise is okay, I guess.
Yeah, I tend to hear a lot of positive stuff about, what's it called, Desire Drive, but,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I know people are like, oh, True Administrator, that's pretty good too, but I'm still like,
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Emotional Skyscraper, actually. Like, look, it's good, but it doesn't. The feel doesn't compare to even. I don't know. I think he peaked with Subterranean Animism as far as music goes.
With 8, yeah. It's
Yeah.
wait, what?
Because
8? No,
that was the
11.
one where it was still like, I want to listen to the whole thing, the whole fucking way through.
Yeah. It's like...
But when I got to UFO, it was sort of like, yeah, I guess this is good.
Okay, bring it back to the stuff.
Yep.
We're kind of derailing a bit. Parody music is also a thing in the Western side, like the whole like Weird Al stuff going, like sometimes that people.
Oh yeah.
So like indie music, like doujin music, pretty much safe. I feel like in terms of like copyright stuff, because they are basically trying to extrapolate and make their own stuff. I'm just thinking like doujin stuff.
Oh gosh, yes.
Like doujin stuff would it still apply the same idea apply for doujins, like the whole like Edo doujin and stuff like that?
In my opinion, but I guess as a Toho fan, I may be a bit looser and faster as far as these things go. But I like fan comics because it allows for like more creative interpretations, or just a great showcase for good art. Yeah, I mean, like, this is of course excluding practically the majority of porn.
Yeah, I mean, like even for Kankole, the fan works have much better story than what the official team put out.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's again. So while we're here, that's like the reason why I don't think I'll ever warm up to Kankole anime is that I've read better stuff made by other people who aren't like in an official capacity. And I think Zun understands this, that he's created something which a lot of people can latch onto and interpretate in many different ways. So he's like, nah, I'm not gonna make this into an anime. Like, that would ruin the whole point of people getting creative with it. Which I really respect. But, Kankol is made by DMM, and, they money-hungry, scummy, corporate capitalist pigs. So, oh, yeah. Okay, this podcast got spicy again. Alright. But yeah, it's so funny that these two things that are so similar, at the end of the day, like, I know where my loyalties lie, if that's the sort of thing. Yeah, but in answer to that question, yeah, no, absolutely. Fan comics, same sort of area as fan music, in my opinion.
Fan a lot of things.
Yes. It's a way that at the end of the day, it's just like fan art, isn't it? But instead, you're using your writing ability and applying that into the setting that you want, that you like.
I think the difference is whether you are making money off those IPs or not.
Yeah, no, that's true. But as far as that goes, fan comics and fan music, no, they should be allowed to a certain degree make some money out of it, because it is still a creative process which deserves patronage,
Okay, so bring back to the concept. You know how like the whole gaming industry is like, when PS4 was announced and Xbox One got announced, one of the big things PS4 got over Xbox One is the short clip they show during E3 during the announcement. Because you know how Xbox One has this whole, okay, no sharing games, no, and then you have to go use our servers to share games with other people. And PS4 just go, oh, here's how you share games. Like they show a video of someone take the game and give it to another person. There you go.
Yeah.
Like, and it brings back to the idea of like the whole like piracy is like, quote unquote piracy is basically enlarging the audience base a lot. So in some way, like, I don't know how to go on from it, but basically like anime is still a niche market, for better or worse. Like there's still a very small population base, even though there are so many vocal people saying no, it's already global. No.
Yeah, global.
Look, that is very much wishful thinking. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. It's something that we should be constantly reminding ourselves, is that we're not the ones really funding this whole machine. We're not the main gears here. We're just extra pocket money that the creators and publishers get. At the end of the day, the otakus with the big fat wallets are going to vote with exactly that. And that is why we'll always be getting those light novel adaptations. That is why you're never going to cease seeing ecchi harem comedies. It's not cynical, it's just realistic.
Like, they have to realize, they have to realize that the light novel industry, the manga industry, is way bigger than the anime industry.
Absolutely bigger. And you know what? It's the same thing as in real life as well. Some people are just like, if I have to watch something, I have to watch it. I sit down, watch it, and you can't really do that on the train. You can't really do that anywhere. But with a manga, with a light novel, if you're commuting, you can read it. If you're waiting for something, you can read it. If you're in a goddamn toilet taking a shit, you can read it. It's such a versatile piece of media.
And then if you run out of toilet paper, you can use it.
Exactly! God, people underestimate the true power of light novels.
Okay.
God damn it.
Speaking of which, I think if I remember correctly, some of the streaming servers, I'm not too sure whether it's Amazon or Netflix, that's allowing like offline video downloading to allow you to watch offline, like on the train or something. So I think it's a good step onward.
Okay, well, that could be a thing. But I know that, excuse me, I know that the reason I don't really like watching stuff on the train in particular is because it shuts you off. It shuts you off too much. Closes you off too much, and I don't like that on public transport. Not everyone's like me, but I mean, I don't think I'm alone on that.
So
Like, what do you mean when you say shuts you off?
Look, what? So you want to watch the show, and like, if I want to watch something, then I'm gonna pull out my headphones and goddamn watch it. Damn it! It's an audio-visual experience.
Fair enough, yeah.
unless you're one of those that play on the speaker in maximum volume.
Well, then
Don't
again,
even
it's
get me
an
fucking
audio.
started on that. And I mean, arguably, you could just read the subtitles, but then I'd argue, like, are you really watching? You know?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that wasn't a thing against the deaf people, alright? Like, if you have your ears, you goddamn use it, alright? You appreciate it. But again, so you decide to watch it on the train, you put on your headphones, and like, you're committed to that. And then, then you have no fucking idea what else is happening in there.
Like, on the train, like...
Yes, on the train.
I'm just imagining like a serial killer just pops up like from the, within the carriage and is like, nope, still watching my Kemono Friends.
Yeah, but that's exactly the sort of weird situation. Okay, like, maybe it's paranoia on my part, but come on, like,
No, I can see where you're coming from. That's fair enough.
look, at most, I'd read an article, because that way, if a pregnant old lady or whatever came in and she needed a seat, I'd be able to offer it. But if I had my goddamn headphones on, looking at the screen fucking 15 centimeters away, I wouldn't know what was fucking happening around me.
Yeah, that's true, because you can't...
The train could break out in an orgy, and I'd be like, hey, sugoi!
Sugoi.
God damn it. Oh, sorry. I laughed too hard at that.
But yeah, no,
I see where you're coming from.
Look, but taking it offline, that would definitely help the commuter model. Except if you're driving.
Why are you even reading manga while driving anyway?
I mean, hey, there's absolutely no difference between someone that decides to pick up a light novel and read it during a traffic jam than people who pick up their goddamn phones just to check the messages while they're waiting, stopped at the traffic lights, alright?
They actually have the light novel in their phone and they are reading it.
They actually have their windscreen as an LED display.
This is not Iron Man. Yeah, I don't know how far we come from this. Okay, so we talk about the whole like piracy, is illegal streaming stuff. We talk about Comic Cat and how like that's basically pushing like I'm not sure whether we talk about, but I want to visit the topic of like whether it's pushing the whole popularity of certain franchises as well. I feel like the massive like what do you call it, Conclave collection, doujin collection is helping. I feel like it's still helping some of the popularity as well. And now, so how are we gonna bring it all back?
Well,
yeah, Toho
we
16's pretty good.
Hang on. We started with the YouTube versus Twitch stuff. And I think when we ended up coming from it was like, the world will keep spinning. And
Indeed.
And
then I fell asleep.
Yeah, that's right. You fell asleep. But I don't know, I guess I don't know how sustainable it is. It probably isn't. But in the grander scheme of things, it'll take a really significant shakeup to change the status quo in its entirety, you know?
Quick question, quick hypothetical scenario. You know how like Tokyo 2020 has the whole like Olympic thingy, right?
Yes.
And that happened during like Comic Con happened right in the middle of it.
Oh yeah.
Say in a hypothetical scenario that they are not allowing Comic Con during that time. How do you think it's gonna affect then like the related industries?
You know, then it becomes a question of how much is hype building actually connected to the marketing, I suppose, of shows in particular, or games, as it were. Because, again, Comic-Con is still by the fans, for the fans. So, I don't know if the related industries are going to be that heavily affected by the cancellation of Comic-Con. It'd make people mad, without a doubt, and probably mad enough to try to do something about it. But, it's not like the Japanese government is giving out any funds to any people trying to create cartoons.
Unless some like local government they want to do the tourism anime.
Oh, well, yeah, that could be it. But you know, like, while we're on that, this reminds me of how I'm pretty sure Canada and maybe even Australia, there are some minor creative sort of subsidies you can get if you intend to like produce TV shows or like cartoons, especially since there's like pretty sure there's a requirement for how much local television you screen on the TVs.
Anyway, I think we probably talked enough like regarding to this topic. Basically impromptu as well. So
yeah. Well,
I feel like hopefully next time we can have more perspective. But thank you for joining this session, Stooge and Watari.
Yeah.
And
I hope my stuff isn't on fire.
Yeah.
You should check that.
And
I probably should.
Remember how last time we said that Stooge gonna reply for every session? Since this is not episode 38, we're gonna probably just call it episode 30, like something else instead of Finding to the podcast, because like we don't have all the like usual sessions. So I think maybe call it something else. So we're gonna let you scot free for this time.
Okay, good.
Dude, you fell asleep.
Yeah, true. I mean, I could do a
And
Stooge's
so,
Corner on Toho 16.
Another lazy Saturday passes on by.
Yes.
And we hope you enjoyed this episode. Hopefully we get an actual physical place to record at soon.
Yeah.
If you have any suggestions for any particular physical recording places you can book or go
I still
to,
suggest Melton.
No.
please contact us through, I don't know, Facebook, Discord,
Twitter.
well,
MySpace.
you'll be able to
Do we
find
even
us.
have Twitter? I think the only
No.
I just realized the only place they can send us messages is basically YouTube comments or Mixcloud comments.
Yeah, you're right.
We're on
Yeah.
Discord under the same names that are in the podcast.
Yeah, but I feel like this Discord is more a private thing for the club members, really. So, but hey, if you're
that's
in
true.
the club, send us a message. We appreciate it. As for
Yes, we would.
speaking of,
Please. Send
before
us
we go,
feedback.
Watari, did you watch episode 3 yet?
Yeah.
You watched it?
No.
No?
No.
Watch it.
Oh, alright.
Cue mid-roll ad.
Hang on, okay. What? No, get out. Shoo. Alright, I'm gonna go check my things haven't burnt off yet, alright? Okay, cue outro. Cut the
Bye-bye.
sentence off, or
Bye, B.
do whatever you want.
Alrighty.
Suck a dick. I don't care. We
Suck
live in a
2
progressive
dicks.
society. Yeah, exactly. Suck 2 dicks. Follow your dreams. Don't do drugs. Go to school. Do drugs at school. Actually, don't. Because I don't want to be a poor role model. Okay. Bye.
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 Get out of here. Shoo. Stop listening to the podcast. Come on. There's nothing left here. Stop. Stop. Don't. Don't listen to any more of the podcast. I'm warning you. There's nothing left. There's nothing left here, alright? Okay? Are we agreed? Come on! Get out of here! Please! 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 Come on, man! Look, okay, look. I know you're expecting some sort of fucking Marvel after credits, after outro thing. But there isn't! Alright? So skedaddle the fuck out of here. You better get on the fuck out of here now. Okay, alright. You finally reached the super secret word of the day.